If you are reading this, it means that I am now dead. I'm currently typing this on my laptop at an ungodly pace, so please bear with me if my grammar and spelling is sloppy. But it is because I have not much time left on this God-forsaken earth. This is a warning about the entity that will cause the death of me shortly. Its name is Belphegor. Very stupidly, my inevitable demise was caused by my participation in a ritual that I have now come to regret. Now, I have always been a skeptical individual. Even from a young age, I always believed that anything paranormal or horror-related on TV was all make-believe. I was always one to debunk these types of things and figured, what was the worst that could happen? Until, that is, I discovered this ritual. Now, I am about to tell you about it. Just please promise that if you so choose to partake in this ritual, although not recommended, that it would be done with an open mind, and with absolute certainty that you will follow the rules. Failing to do so will enrage Belphegor. And let me tell you, the results would not be pleasant. Of course, every ritual has a reward, whether physical or mental, which is really what drove me to do it. But I will get to that later. You will need 1. 3 dozen candles, preferably dark colors. 2. A box of matches. 3. Salt. 4. Any living creature of your choice. A bug, a lizard, even a rodent perhaps. But you must keep the creature of choice in containment, or it shall not be able to escape. 5. An alarm clock. 6. A pocket mirror. 7. A flashlight, optional. 8. A few strands of your own hair. 9. A pocket knife, one sharp enough to leave a mark on wood. And lastly, 10. An empty room with no windows, and a door that can block off as much light as possible. It must be a room big enough for 2 people to lie down and one with a wooden floor. One you have no problems with making blade marks on. During the morning or afternoon on the day that you want to start the ritual, shut all the blinds and lock all the doors in your house. Shut off all the lights, including the ones that can potentially enter the room through the gaps of the door between the floor. To begin the ritual, you want to make sure that the time it commences is 12 at midnight. No sooner, although a few minutes past may work. Next, sit directly in the middle of the room and place the candles in a pattern to make the shape of an oval. Make sure you can fit your entire body within the oval. Now, sprinkle a ring of salt around the candle so that it too forms the shape of an oval. the barrier of salt will act as a protective field between you and the entity. It is basically a limit to how close it can come near you. After creating the salt barrier, place your few strands of hair anywhere outside it. This step is needed to summon Belphegor, as he will taste your essence and be drawn to try and take more. Lastly, place the creature you have chosen under a containment outside of the barrier of salt. The creature acts as an offering for Belphegor. Now you must step into the oval of candles and lay down, making sure not to knock any of the candles over. Set all the items within the salt barrier, and proceed to carve in the middle of the candle barrier you have created a symbol consisting of a circle being covered by a triangle, and inside the circle draw an upside-down cross. After all this preparation, it should be half an hour past midnight. Set the alarm clock so that it goes off in 2 hours. Now, have yourself a rest. It is necessary for the ritual to continue. Upon dozing off, you will dream of yourself, waking up somewhere in an abandoned underground facility. With no self-control, you will go through a series of doors throughout the many halls in the facility, until you reach a door that is tainted red, and you will enter it, to which you will be woken up by the alarm. Very briefly, after opening the tainted door, you will have caught a glimpse of what Belphegor looks like from behind. He stands 8 feet tall, with a slender figure with tree branches as arms, covered in what I can only describe as slime. Upon waking up, you will start to feel a presence somewhere in the room. The temperature will drop dramatically, but you'll just have to fight it. You will soon notice that the containment of the creature has been somehow removed when you were in dreamland, but the creature is stood still. Upon noticing this, you must keep your eyes shut for a few seconds, and the creature will be a crushed form of what it used to be seconds earlier. Belphegor has accepted your offering. Once Belphegor has accepted your offering, pick up your pocket mirror and hold it up so you can see yourself in the space behind you. You will notice 2 glowing red orbs through the reflection. At least, that's what I thought those were. They are actually the eyes of Belphegor, but he is not happy to have been summoned. He will put you through a number of trials to test whether you are worthy of possessing a great power, which I will get to later. Each trial will test each of your senses. Whatever you do, don't show any signs of weakness or fear, or Belphegor will feast on your very being, leaving you almost unrecognizable. Now, on the first trial, you will experience a stench more foul than one you have ever experienced. Do not gag, and keep yourself from throwing up, as this is a sign of weakness. It will soon fade after a short while, to which you will begin Trial 2. Trial 2 tests your sense of touch, where an enlarged version of the creature you have chosen will appear healthy and alive. You need to kill it, using either your bare hands or the blade you've brought. Upon killing the creature, Trial 3 will begin, and you will need to consume a small portion of the creature's blood by gathering a portion of it in your palms and drinking it. As bad as it may taste, again, do not gag or show any signs of weakness. Belphegor at this point will be quite impressed, and you will feel a tongue sliding past your neck. Do not freak out. This is just his way of acknowledging you. The second to last trial, Trial 4, involves enduring a noise so loud and demented you will have wished you never had ears. But as irritable as the sound is, do not cover your ears. The last trial will not only test your sight, but your bravery as well. Upon blinking, you will see dead bodies hanging from nooses in the ceiling. Do not panic, as this is a sign of weakness and fear. These bodies are believed to have belonged to the people who participated in this ritual and failed, and now their souls are trapped with Belphegor for eternity. What follows is the area I have failed in. You will start to notice a young boy outside the barrier of salt, staring directly at you. His face will start to shift into what you can only describe as an abomination, and he will lash out at you. But don't worry, he cannot make contact with you. To pass this trial, all you need to do is avoid flinching. If all was as followed, the boy and the bodies will disappear, and you will come face to face with Belphegor himself. He will offer you 3 choices: the ability to never have to sleep in your life again, the ability of youth to look the same until death, or the ability of telepathy to communicate telepathically and read people's minds. Whatever you choose is entirely up to you. Upon choosing your offer, Belphegor will disappear, and you will be left with what you desired. To end the ritual, carve 2 parallel lines across the symbol. Blow out the candles and exit the room. You can now use the flashlight. You might want to carry a locket of salt, because Belphegor might choose to follow you until the end of your time. Now, that is how you do the ritual, and here is where I messed up. For some reason, during the 5th trial, I started feeling a sense of pure dread, and immediately started flinching. Now at this point, you think I'd be dead for sure, but no. Upon flinching, I knew I had to accept my fate. But before Belphegor made his final blow, I slipped under him and barely made it out of the house alive. I now type this from a nearby hotel with crappy Wi-Fi, accepting my fate for real this time, because I know one thing. You can outrun Belphegor, but you can't escape him. All that is left for me right now is death, as I sit in a bathtub toying around with the blade I escaped with. I wonder if using it on myself would be a better alternative to dying than being slain by Belphadov.